Welcome. I'm going to talk about the Samsung Galaxy Watch and give you the best app for the watch. So I'm talking about this watch, and I'm going to give you the best apps for the watch that you can download. Maybe I'll show you also a couple of apps for your Android, but mostly it will be about the watch. So my conclusion is that it's a good watch and that you should buy it. If you want a watch, then you should buy it. It's like having a computer on your hand. By that I mean after having a laptop and a smartphone and even a tablet, then the next thing is having a watch. And yes, it's useful. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to go through all the apps and show you how they work. But the only thing I don't like about that watch is that I thought it was black, and that the color here is black. And actually the color is some kind of blue violet, dark violet. So you probably can see it because it's dark, and when it's dark you don't see it, but when you're out in the sun you will be able to see it. It has a heart rate monitor and it's waterproof. So the first thing I'm going to show you is, which is useful to have, is to get this app. It's called DNS66, and it allows you to get rid of all the publicity. That's always useful, so I just tell you because most people don't know. And now we're going to talk about the watch. So to use the watch, you use Galaxy Wear, and here you see my watch face, and below that you see different options. Actually, I have to show it in that way. I'm not sure if it will be reverse for you, but I have to show you in that way in order for me to so that I can read. So when you go to watch faces, it gives you all your watch faces. So here are my favorite watch faces, and not all of them are my favorite, but some I can take them off. I can uninstall them. The ones you install you can uninstall, the other ones you can't. And if I choose some kind of watch face, like let's say this one, okay, it syncs and it goes onto my phone. So now I have that one on my phone. And if I go back to the last one, as soon as I click it, it goes onto my phone. Since we are talking about watches, there is something called Phaser. This you can download it in the App Store of your Galaxy Watch. You can download it, and if you select it, now I have Phaser selected. Okay, so now I can take the app Phaser, which is this one, Phaser, and here I don't want to get this. Okay, so now if I go to top charts, I can make top 3, and here are all the 3 watch faces. There are 50 of them that I can choose. So let's take one, for example. It doesn't matter which one, but let's take maybe this one, which has a lot of things going for it. I can get 3. Okay, and now it's syncing with my watch. See, now it's synchronizing watch face, and as soon as it's done, I will have it on my phone. So here you see the watch face on my phone. So that's just an option. You get 50 more watch faces. With all of them you already get for free. There are much more, but the other ones are paid ones. So let's go back to my watch face that I had while I was beginning. And here it is on my watch face. Okay, that's for Facer and the app. So as you can see, there are a lot of watch faces you can select from, and there are also paid ones. For now, I'm happy with the few free ones, so I haven't paid for any watch face. Now let's go over the option of the Galaxy Watch. So this is an Active 2 Galaxy Watch, but what I would say will work for any Galaxy Watch. If you have a newer model, then you take it. I took this one because there was a 50% discount on it. So I thought, why not offer myself a Galaxy Watch, since this one has a 50% discount on it. So the first thing is you get a wheel score, and the first thing I put on my wheel score, it's called, actually, let's see how it's called, what it's called. I go again on the Galaxy Wear. The only thing, the second thing I didn't like is the time it took me to install. I have to make up an account, and the installing process was quite long. And then downloading the apps and knowing which one to use was also quite long. For you it will be faster because I tell you the good ones, the good apps, so you don't have to waste your time. But I have the watch since 3 days now, and it took me quite some time to find out what to use. I lost a lot of time on setting it up, and the installing process is quite long. At least I thought it was quite long. But once you're done with it, everything goes smooth and it's quite fast. Okay, it's called Widgets, and as you can see here, my widgets. Okay, my first one is my calendar widgets. My second one is also a calendar. This month calendar. This is my event calendar. Then I have my reminders. Then I have the weather. Then I have Samsung Health. That's the app I use for when I go jogging. Then I have my Samsung Health summary. Then I have my sleep cycle, how I slept. Here it says still 7 hours and 30 minutes. It was my last night, but now you won't see it because it's the next day. Then I have my Samsung heart rate. And
I didn't understand that.
I have Bixby who thought I was talking to her, but I was not. And then I have stress level. And the last thing I have is that is actually something else. Here it says Samsung Health stress, but it's something else. It's the price of Bitcoin, and here are some contacts. Okay, so it's called widgets, and here you can manage your widgets. Below it, you can put new widgets, or if you want to add widgets, you can. So if we go through my widgets, then it has a scrolling wheel, and you can choose which widgets you want. The first one I wanted was my calendar. The second one was my events. Those are my meetings. Today is Sunday, so I have no meeting. Then I have reminders. So I took a reminder, which is take a bath. I did not put any time, but I can, and then it will remind me on time. Here I have the weather, and then I have my sport, my health tracking. So actually the running tracking it's really good. I can maybe show you a part from it. Here it says health. Where's my running health? Here, Samsung Health. And if I go to my exercise view history, it tells me that I was running for this week that I was running for 32 minutes and 48 seconds, that I had 2 sessions. I went running twice, and that I burned 406 calories, and it goes quite in detail. If I choose one of them, let's choose the one from today. So here you have even the map where I went running. Here I have my heart rate, some stats, my average heart rate, my maximum heart rate, which was 165, and so on. And then it gives me a detail down for the heart rate. So it's a nice, it is quite accurate, and it's not bad. So that's for the running for my health application. So I mostly go running, but you can go cycling, swimming, and more. Here today it's a new day just started, so I have no steps. My stress level is low, and I didn't sleep for today, so I have no sleep too. And my heart rate was 51 last time I put my watch on. Here's sleep, no sleep workout today because I just went through it. Here's my heart rate. It says it's quite low. Here's the stress level. When you measure your stress, I'm always low. I was always low the last time I measured, but it measures your stress, and you can make a breathing exercise. So if you go through breathing exercise, it says how long do you want it? You can make 1 minute, and if I start, it says inhale and then exhale, and that will bring you down. So it's quite neat. And after that, I have that's the app I told you. It gives me the price of Bitcoin. So it just updated. It gives me the last price of Bitcoin. And then I have some contacts. And that's all for my widgets. So now we're going to talk about the apps. When you click here, you go back. When you click here, you go into your apps. So the first one is recent apps. That's if you click on it, it gives you only the last apps you used. Here you have settings. If you press it, you can go to your settings. So I'm not going to go into those. Then the first app that I downloaded was my voice memo. It says .NET voice memo, and if you look in the App Store, you will find it. If you press on it, it allows you to record a memo. So while I'm speaking, it will record the memo, and it will translate it. So everything I say now is recorded. So let's stop. And here you see the translation. It will record the memo, and it even will translate it. I think it's not bad. So that's nice, and that's a nice app to have. I put it first. Then the next one is calculator, and I found it on the Rechner. It was in German and it said Rechner. That's how I found it. But it's calculator, and it's a neat calculator. You can do some basic calculation, and it works fine, as you can see. And the next app I put was Total Spent. So that's an app that tracks how much you spent. I'm clicking on it here. Sometimes it's a bit long. So here I have $5.60, and I can tap on it and put a new amount. So now if I press yes, it will add $10.05. Okay, that's a nice app. Then I have my calendar again. Here my Samsung Health, then the weather. And here I have my stopwatch. The stopwatch I'll show you first. It's just a stopwatch, but it's nice to have. So this one goes only to 60 minutes, but it's still nice to have. After the stopwatch, I have a timer. And this timer you can also set it with Bixby, and I'm going to show you that. Bixby, set a timer.
How long should I set it for?
1 minute.
Your timer has started.
So now I have the timer going. It's 1 minute, and it will ring or vibrate once the minute is over. So let's stop it. Cancel. And let's go on to the next app. Next app is my alarm. So if you go in it, you have your alarms. So I will have an alarm telling me to go to bed, and I have an alarm to tell me to go up, and an alarm when I finish work. Watch Translator, that's nice to have. You can translate from one language to the other, and it's nice to have if you want to talk to somebody whose language you don't speak. You can use this Watch Translator. You find that app in the App Store. So it's a little long to open. Sometimes it's a little long. Here. So English, French, I put, but you can put any language you want, and you can speak, and it will translate into language. Okay, and the next one that I use is a metronome, because I play the piano, and it's nice to have. So it will just vibrate on every beep, which is not bad. It's called Metronome. You find it on the App Store too. Then I have Map Me. So this is also an app that I downloaded, and it only will give me a map of where I am. So you can see where you are. I don't want to show you too much of it, but you get the idea. Here I have my reminders again. Then I have my contacts, my phone. Find my phone will ring. Here's the App Store. So essential apps. It will show you the apps. It has Spotify. I didn't use Spotify, but because when I use Spotify, it's like when I use my music player. It will work, so I don't need to download the Spotify app. Then I have Bixby, and that's all the apps that I use. There's one more. Stop.
I didn't understand that.
And there's one more. It's navigation app, and I'll show you here because I did not put it. So I go to Galaxy Wear, and I'll show you the navigation app. Go on to my apps, manage apps, and here it's called navigation. So it's not a free app, but it allows you to have Google navigation on your phone. So if I start Google navigation, where's my Google Maps? Google Maps. Here's my Google Maps, and if I start it, you will see the map, and I can give direction, and the direction will be shown on my phone. So it says in 800 meters go left, or in 800 meters go right, and it gives you the direction to your destination. I think that's all I want to say. And one last thing, if I listen to music, I use my earbuds from Samsung too, and then I start either Spotify or my music player. Let's start my music player. So here is that's the music player I use. And once I go play here, it says that it gives me a sound icon. And if I click on it, it allows me to skip to the next song or go back. You have even volume. So that's quite nice to have, and it works with Spotify too, without you installing the app. I think Bixby is quite good. I will show you, for example, the weather or a joke. Let's go with the weather. Bixby, what's the weather today?
Today, it is rainy with a high of 24 degrees and a low of 13 degrees.
Okay, so that's nice. And overall, as I told you, it's a nice watch to have. You can change the bands easily, and if it was not from the color, I wanted to have black, not that purple dark blue. But if it not was for the color, I would be satisfied entirely. The color is something I'm not too fond of, but there are two other colors. There is also gray, and there's one more color. So maybe the other colors are a little better. Anyways, it's not bad even with that color. And I think it's a good watch to have. So that concludes my video. Thanks for watching, and if you're interested in more tech videos and reviews, don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a nice day. Bye bye.